Well, this is going to be very, very embarrassing, isn't it, for Keir Starmer? So I've done a few videos, I think I've done 2 videos on this now. This is all to do with the Online Safety Act, Online Safety Bill in the UK, and the regulatory body, Ofcom, effectively going after 4chan, an American company, and 4chan going, hey guys, didn't know if you knew this, but actually we don't operate in the UK. Like we don't, there's no business there. We're a US based company and we're protected under the First Amendment. And Ofcom goes, don't care. We're fining you. And we're going to keep fining you. And, oh, sorry, are you taking us to court? What? All the while, Keir Starmer stands up in front of Trump and goes, we also have a very long history of free speech in the UK and we're going to keep going with it and blah, blah, blah. Shut up. Full of shit. So this is going to be massively embarrassing for Keir Starmer. Because every single time he meets with Trump, again, whether you love any of these people, it doesn't really matter. The point is that you can't mouth off about having free speech whilst also one of your regulatory bodies basically saying we don't recognise that. Mental. So let's take a look, because this is a little bit of an update, and I do like my little updates, as it were. So 4chan has now been hit with a £20,000 fine. Not that they care, because why would they? Obviously. Why would they care? Mental. However, people in the government are seemingly happy about this. They're like, UK Tech Secretary, so again part of government, Liz Kendall, says the levy against the online message board is a clear warning to other providers. You're a clown. You're an absolute clown. This looks absurd. And is going to ultimately result in egg on your face. No one else's. Egg on your face. So what is it? Well, London. What's this, London? The provider of online message board 4chan has been fined £20,000 by the UK's communications regulator Ofcom for failing to respond to requests for information about its compliance with the Online Safety Act. Now, they don't need to. They're not a UK company. Preston Brine, or Bryn, a lawyer representing 4chan, said in August that Ofcom had provisionally decided to fine 4chan for £20,000. Ofcom's statement today confirms that is the case. And they're not going to care. Ofcom will also impose a daily penalty of £100 starting from Tuesday. This has already started now. For either 60 days or until 4chan provides it with the relevant information, whichever is sooner. They don't care. Suzanne Cater, Director of Enforcement at Ofcom, said, today sends a clear message that any service which flagrantly fails to engage with Ofcom and their duties under the Online Safety Act can expect to face a robust enforcement action. Are you doing this with any Chinese companies? Are you? That you can access in the... Are you? I don't think you are. Don't think you are. It's a bit weird. This is all a bit weird. We're also seeing some services take steps to introduce improved safety measures as a direct result of our enforcement action. Services who choose to restrict access rather than protect UK users remain on our watch list as we continue to monitor their availability to UK users. You're psychotic. Fuck off trying to control everything, you bunch of losers. No one's interested in your control, you authoritarian douche canoes. Technology Secretary Liz Kendall praised Ofcom's decision, saying in a statement, the Online Safety Act is not just law, it's a lifeline. No, it's not. It's your means to just monitor and abuse power with control and methods to identify people and what they're doing. You are freaks. Leave people alone. Today we've seen it in action, holding platforms to account so we can protect people across the UK. Oh yeah, you're really protecting people with fining 4chan money that they're not going to pay. You're wasting my tax money, you cunt. This fine serves a clear warning to those who fail to remove illegal content or protect children from harmful material. We fully back the regulator in taking action against all platforms that do not protect users from the darkest corners of the internet. You're an absolute freak. You're a dysgenic, odious little freak. Like an actual freak. No one wanted this. You brought this in. You didn't have a mandate for this. You're psychotic and you're mental. So this is quite funny. The Ofcom files. This is the lawyer for 4chan. Exposing the UK's attempt to destroy the First Amendment. This is actually mental. What they're arguing is mental. And what I mean by like how it's a waste of my tax money is Ofcom was clearly paid for out of my tax. And the amount of money it would cost for anyone to engage in this, sending the emails, doing all of this, just in hourly rates, right? And manpower wasted doing this. You're not getting that money back. It is a waste of my tax money. You've just wasted my tax money. You just pissed it up the wall. Below is relevant correspondence sent by the UK Office for Communications, known as the Orwellian portmanteau Ofcom, to my client 4chan. So, I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. It's so funny. We'll just look at this. In these documents, in particular, the fining decision issued on Monday, October 13th, the UK's internet regulator claims that its powers have supremacy over the US Constitution. Keir, mate. Keir, you need to get Ofcom under control because you're looking like a real tit right now. You're looking like an absolute tit. Including the First Amendment and US law. Ofcom believes it has jurisdiction in the States. You look like a tit. 4chan is subject to requirements of the Act, blah, 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 blah. And they will just go to the highlighted parts. We note 4chan's submission that Ofcom does not have jurisdiction to take enforcement action under the Act, on the grounds that American businesses are protected from enforcement of UK legislation by the First Amendment, and that Ofcom has no power to enforce UK laws in the US, which they don't. And they go, we don't accept this point. Right. Guys, did you hear that? Some little pissant in the UK doesn't care about your First Amendment for some... Amazing. Like, this is embarrassing. It is embarrassing how pathetic our government is right now. I like that fact that the lawyer just goes lol. Ugh. In addition to... This is so embarrassing. In addition to claiming the US law is an irrelevancy when 4chan seeks to rely on it, Ofcom claims that its rights under US law are fully reserved when Ofcom needs to rely on it. Namely, in the lawsuit 4chan and Kiwi Farms brought against Ofcom in the DC Federal District Court, seeking nothing more than confirmation from a US judge that Ofcom's orders were void on US soil and an injunction blocking their enforcement here. So they said Ofcom fully reserves all of its rights. Alright, so you've got rights, but 4chan doesn't. Got it. On the basis of sovereign immunity, lack of subject matter jurisdiction, lack of personal jurisdiction, or any other applicable ground. Mental. Mental. Actually mental. I don't know what else to say. I don't actually know what to say. It's quite pathetic. The UK has no jurisdiction in the States. At all. They're not going to allow it. This is going to go nowhere. And you're pissing my money up the wall. Thank you for literally wasting my tax on a flippant just a bunch of shit. And it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Because what if he says this in front of everyone? Trump's like, hey, mate, can you get Ofcom to stop being losers? Like, it's just so pathetic. So pathetic. I have no words.